Come on to the Lava Slug podcast.
Hey.
With your host, Michael Money Kid, and regular Kale.
Hey,
His name
what's
is just
going
fucking
on? Just Kale.
He's just fucking Kale. He's going to do
Just-
Kale shit.
Just a couple guys. One's a Kale.
Another set of dudes doing a fucking podcast.
What's
How
up?
original. How fucking original.
Hey, man, strike while the iron's hot, as they say.
The iron, and the
Yeah.
iron is indeed hot.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like
What we got
what-
on the agenda today, Kale?
I was thinking we could do, if you woke up tomorrow morning
Mm-hmm.
and you had $1 billion in your bank account,
Ooh, that's a good one.
give me a realistic, like a functional, so like a responsible version, and then a very eccentric version.
Oh, you mean like an outlandish?
How you would spend that $1 billion? Because let's be real here, we've all fantasized about it at
Mhm.
some point in our life, but there's a smart way and there's
There's an
foolish way.
outlandish way, and the
Yeah.
outlandish way is more likely to be reality for me.
Right, but you're a pretty intelligent guy. How would you do both?
Okay, so if I woke up and I had $1 billion, is
How
taxes taken out of it or tax
Nope,
free?
just a flat $1 billion in your bank
just
account.
in my bank
you
account.
you are now the sole proprietor of $1 billion fucking dollars, and you are gonna spend that shit frivolously and responsibly.
I would since I have the money to to pay for a team of people.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably use some of that asset to maybe buy like plasma donation centers.
Oh yeah,
Same shit I'm trying to do now.
I like it.
Yeah, there's a lot of money in plasma,
Yeah, man, for sure.
and people are always donating. So
So you'd have a whole arsenal of
I'd probably do
plasma
10.
centers.
yeah, if I bought 10 plasma centers,
Yeah.
10, 15 plasma centers.
Instant cash flow.
Yeah, they go for about, I don't know, 20 million a piece.
Yeah.
Right, so 20, 40, 60, 80, so that's 100. $200 million would go towards just buying up a bunch of plasma centers that were already profitable.
Bada bing, bada bing.
And then I make my $1 billion a year.
And you still got.
And I still have $800 million left.
Yeah.
And then...
So let's say that you haven't seen your earnings yet.
Mhm.
Okay, so you're still out that 200 mil.
Yeah,
Now you're
this
down
is
to
still...
800.
This is probably the first month.
Right,
Because I
right.
need to set that up
You're
somehow.
going to jump on it. You're going to get yourself set up.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going.
Boom. So you're down 2. You
I'm
got
down.
8 to play with.
So I've got 8 to play with. I'm definitely going to buy myself a castle.
Castle.
Yeah.
Okay. I
I'd-
like where your head's at
Yep.
because for those of you that don't know me, I fucking love castles, the architecture, the history, but continue.
I'm going to do a castle, and I'm going to turn off the volume of my fucking phone because Jesus fucking Christ.
It's hard being popular, right?
Dude, it's fucking horrible.
Life of a bummer,
And it's
man.
from,
Nonstop.
well, no, it's from our previous editor.
Oh, nice.
So I said I'm going to go do the podcast, now they're texting me. Middle of the
right.
podcast.
Nice.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Anyway, so I got 800.
You buy a castle for how much? How much do you think? Like, are we talking like Austria, Croatia, Germany?
I've been looking at, right
know
now
a
I'm
lot
looking at
of them
castles
are,
in
but-
Portugal, and I think they're cool. There's a palace for sale for 6 million euros.
Yeah, you were showing me that the other
Yeah.
day. That'd be unfucking real.
Because there is no responsible when you have $1 billion. I don't think you can make a move that would be bad.
I guess you're right.
Like,
I was saying in the sense of like terrible investments. Like,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you were like just indiscriminately giving your friends and
Mhm.
family money to start up businesses that you
that they are going to
know
fail.
they have no responsibility doing that. Like they
Mhm.
shouldn't be at
Yeah.
all. Like endeavors that they are way out of their depths on.
Yeah.
Like,
So right now I've got my house. I'd have some sort of diesel truck, a couple toys, and I'm still probably in the 700 million range, and I'm just going
Yeah.
to sit on it.
so you're
Maybe buy a
saying-
couple houses and just rent them out as like vacation rentals. A couple big ones, like 6-7 bath houses I can get $2
I
grand
like
a
it.
night out of.
I like it.
And I'm
'cause
just sitting there.
Yeah, because you've got your castle.
Mm-hmm.
You can just post the fuck up.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want because you have 20 plasma centers.
Yeah,
You've
I've got
20 different rental properties.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, you've still, like you said, before you've seen any cash flow from any of this, you've probably still got 600, 700 million.
Yeah, 700 million at that point because I've only spent with the castles 6. You know.
Yeah,
So I'm just sitting on it, and that interest alone,
that's crazy.
right? I don't
Like,
know if I'd put it all in a bank.
This is
I don't know
this
where
is
I'd
what
put it.
I think most people don't understand how much $1 billion gets
Mhm.
you. Like
That's it. I'm vacationing every day. I'm going
he
to
hasn't
Italy.
you haven't even spent half of $1 billion.
No, not even
And
close.
you're already stacking on
Yeah.
top of that. The next, it's just gonna keep going.
Yeah, because I
It's
could buy.
fucking insane.
I could just buy here in Florida on Anna Maria. I could buy a couple of multi-million-dollar homes there and still be at
And just pimp them out to people.
half
Yeah,
$1 billion
there you go. Yeah.
and do vacation rentals and have 20 of them making $2,000 a night.
Well, shoot, the ones that you were working out on Anna Maria,
Mhm.
those are $10, $12 million homes. Some of them,
Yeah,
you know, and
they're making
that's
2, 3,
just-
$4,000 a night.
That's unreal.
They get paid off in about 7 years,
Yeah.
and you got yourself a bona fide mansion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What would you do with it, Kel?
So for me, fuck, that's crazy. So $1 billion off rip, I'm probably buying the sports team.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd have to. Probably some, I don't know, some low tier team in the NBA, like the Hornets or whatever the fuck they're called now. Maybe the Bobcats. I don't know what their name is. And
Yeah,
I think
whatever
they,
you
I think they
change.
may have come back to the Hornets. but
Yeah.
they've been so irrelevant for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the Pelicans, you know. But yeah, definitely try to buy myself a low tier NBA team that hasn't had a lot of success, and just kind of go the Mark Cuban route,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, have fun with it. Fucking, you know, just get after it. I'm with you. I'm buying a castle.
Yep. You want to get a castle next to mine? Do we buy brand new castles or
There's
used castles?
one specifically that I've had my eye on for a long time.
Was it that
It's-
one in Germany?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hosenhall or something.
Mhm.
It's amazing, dude. Just the view around it, absolutely stuck. I'd buy all the land around it.
Mhm.
So let's say that thing's costing me $100 million for all the land, the castle. I'm being generous, probably.
It's
but-
I think the most valuable property was like $100 million, so it might be cheaper.
Yeah.
Might be only 50.
So we'll say 50.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm gonna scoop up all the countryside around it so that I've got plenty of land and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do the same thing as you, just post up in that castle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably gonna modernize it a little bit with some weaponry and stuff like that. You know,
Mhm.
you know me, I'm a bit of a conspiracy nut. You know,
Somebody come take your wealth.
yeah, man.
You would have guards though.
I would. I would have a SEAL Team 6
Mm-hmm. On the
sniper perimeter, everything. Just nobody's getting in here.
Yeah.
But
You're
I
still at like
would-
$900 million right now.
Yeah, but well, sports teams are.
How much does your
I mean-
okay? Give us a rough estimate of how much the sports team you're trying to buy.
I mean, the thing is, they've all been appraised lately, and most of the NBA teams are a bill, if not more.
Oh shit!
Like the Warriors, I think the last time they sold a couple of years, like 5, 6. I could be entirely wrong about this, or their appraisal was like $4.2 billion.
Holy shit!
So I mean, it's dramatically different. So you'd have to buy, I mean, a small market team
Mm-hmm.
in order to not spend over $1 billion. So buying a sports team would be a large endeavor.
You
So,
could spend $1 billion in a day by buying a sports team
right,
easily.
right. So I would have to buy one, like I said, that doesn't have a high appraisal rate. You know,
Mhm.
someone that doesn't have a winning pedigree or have a great fan base. you
Yeah,
know. So
and try to turn that team around and make it. Some
yeah,
money.
try to grow the market for that area.
Mhm.
Because that's the thing with sports teams that are like minor markets. You know,
You could
You've
always
got-
move it
Yeah, but
too.
it'd be cool, you know, if you could create a small market team into a big market.
Yeah.
You know, just off of the back of that sports team. You know what I mean? That'd be pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Because there's meccas in sports. There's New York, Chicago, L.A., Miami. There's big name places that people want to play. The people pour out and 50, 60,000 people for these. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So,
sports team, Castle.
Let's say sports team, Castle. I'm probably if I can get a low tier team. Let's say being modest, 300 mil for the sports team.
Okay.
If it's not an NBA team, I would own maybe a soccer team, or
so you're cutting deep in that one sports team.
I want a sports team of
Yep.
my own. That'd be fucking cool as hell.
You have $1 billion, just do it.
Yeah, man. If it ends up being the whole bill, so be it. But for argument's sake, we'll say I spend 300 million on a sports team. So I'm 700 mil. Buy the Castle, another 50 mil, so 650.
You're still solid. Dream car. What's your dream car vehicle?
That's tough, man. I did get to see Jay Leno's garage. He had some cars in there that
He's got so many fucking cars.
I'd never imagined. There was one that was reminiscent to a Lamborghini, but I want to say it started with either a D or a G. It was another Italian sports car that was very reminiscent of the old Lamborghini body styles from like
Is
the
it
80s.
like a Koenigsegg?
Maybe that sounds
Maybe
right.
that's it,
I don't know why, but it was blue with like white stripes.
Maybe.
Real retro 80s style, but I don't know, man. There's a lot of, I would say one of the 70s or 80s Corvettes.
Oh, yeah.
The Stingray body style just did it for me, man. I really like the new ones now. I may buy one of those too.
Yeah.
Just an old school and new school. So I'm not spending a crap ton of money on a car though.
Yeah.
I would love to have one of those supercars, but
Yeah.
I don't know. That just seems so wild to spend that much money on a vehicle. Even if I have $1 billion, I'm still, I don't know. I'm a cheap motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to spend a shit ton of money on something like that. I could understand, spending a shit ton of money on a sports team, on a Castle, definitely. Car, I can't really justify that. I would buy a big ass boat though.
A yacht.
Like 70, 80 foot boat.
Yeah.
I think anything over 100 would just be a bit too much for me. Regardless of whether I had a crew.
The upkeep
to
on
run
those
it.
things is ridiculous too, so I can see.
It's just unnecessary.
I was
70,
sitting
80,
here. Yeah, I was sitting here thinking about what the lavish would do. What would I do irresponsibly? And the biggest yacht I could buy was on the list in my head.
Yeah.
But my dream cars right now probably would be like a newer boy 3500 Dodge Boy.
I just
Cummins.
realized. Cruise ship. Motherfucker. I've been talking about this for years.
Yeah, you really got a hard on for cruise ships.
Dude, I would love, if I had $1 billion, after the Castle, fuck the Corvettes, they're off the table, cruise ship. Because I was looking it up.
You'll just get a ride from me.
Yeah.
Just hop on, let's go.
Well, I'd also have one so that we could be pirates. You know what I mean?
Ooh, would
We're
we crash them
billionaires.
into each other?
Well, no, we crash them into other people.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah. But I have a cruise ship so that I can bring along everybody that I fucking want to. We can just party, travel from country to country, resupply anywhere we go.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, my professional soccer, basketball, whatever team,
Yep.
they're making me money. And on top of that, I've still got $500 and something million.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I said, the old cruise ships that I was looking at from like the 90s and 2000s, they were $2 to $7 million.
Yeah.
And if I've got $500-600 million to play with, I think I can spend $2 million to buy a fucking cruise ship and then employ enough people to run it so that when I'm not using it, they can just run cruises and I make money off that. Bada boom, bada bing. And I'm still...
You're still good. You're sitting on the rest of that money.
Yeah. So I would definitely, as I'm sure you would, throw probably a good 50 to 100 million at my mom.
Yeah, Mom.
She would just, yeah.
I think Mom would do good with just 10. My mom would. I think my mom would have $10 million. I don't think it would matter how much I gave her. She would still just do the same thing.
Yeah.
It would like 100 million to her would be the same as one.
Yeah.
She would never know how to use it.
I feel that.
Yeah, she just
Yeah.
sits around. She just doesn't want to be bothered.
But hey, man, she got $1 million in the bank, 10 million in the bank.
I say I give her $1 million and then take care of her moms. $1 million in the bank.
I mean,
and
obviously, my dad would be well taken care of
A
as well,
house.
and my brother and his
Yeah.
family. But mama always comes first. Yeah.
I would have to buy my mom like a house. She likes horses,
Yeah.
so I'd get her a house with some horses. She likes jeeps
She
for some
She
reason.
can live in your castle.
That castle's for me. Even in the conservative,
But the thing is, like,
there's gonna be a lot of whores in my
I
castle.
mean,
On the
yeah, but your
conservative
mom
end.
can have like a sub castle
She-
next to your castle.
She can be far away from the whores. I don't want mom seeing the debauchery. That's
Alright,
because
I
there's
mean-
still. I'm still sitting on almost $700 million.
I get it, and
gonna
you're
be a-
building
It's gonna-
money while you do.
I'm
all
probably gonna be
this.
recording some bullshit like Dan Bilzerian would do, except
Yeah.
less cringe.
We could have underground poker tournaments. with
We could definitely do
billionaires.
that. We could have legitimate ones
No, I just
And
said
have an organization.
underground, like in a basement,
in a
like
dungeon,
in a cave.
in a sex dungeon. yeah.
No.
I would play strip poker
What?
with a bunch of whores.
Well,
I don't want to call them whores. They'd be
They'd be loving
concubines
women. Oh,
because I'm in
I
a
don't know.
castle.
yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Mhm.
It fits the demographic and the narrative. So
Yeah, I would just go ham if I could be on the same level as a normal hot white girl where I can fuck 3 new people a day. I would be bathing in it.
that's eccentric.
Yeah, I want to be tired of fucking different women.
Good God,
Because right now, one a month, it's like,
that's exhausting to me.
it's not like it. Yeah, but I can picture. Okay, so in my eccentric version of my $1 billion just spending it, I probably still would buy some sort. Mine would be more real estate, I guess. If I was being crazy with it, buying condos and shit, high rises
Yeah, I like that.
and stuff,
I
and
mean, real
then
estate would probably be a good 100 million out
Still-
of what I'm doing.
still a castle.
Yeah.
But I see myself envisioned as that image of, some king on his big. I'd have a big old golden throne made of solid gold.
That's the eccentric one.
And then it'd be on there'd be a pile of satisfied naked women all around. That would be the picture of my life. Somebody feeding me grapes.
Jesus Christ.
just
This is-
everywhere.
This is what I envisioned for the end of Idiocracy.
The
It's
only
just like-
the only drugs that would be there would probably just be mushrooms, maybe some kratom and alcohol. I'm not into coke anyway, so I wouldn't just start doing it. But there would be a lot. I mean, they could. Fuck it, I don't care.
You just
My
got 'em-
concubines.
You've got them resting on just
Yeah, they're
mountains
just
of
all
cocaine.
satisfied, butt naked, laying on top of each
Good
other, and I'm just in
God.
this fucking throne,
This
watching The
is,
Office.
You're just watching The
naked.
Office on your golden throne,
Butt
surrounded
naked.
by naked women.
Butt naked.
You've got like a lion fur with like his head as your headdress.
Oh, that would be
and
fucking
it's just draped
sick.
over you and you're butt naked.
Butt naked.
That's bravo, sir.
Yeah.
You know,
And I would have all sorts of cars. Well, I mean, I would have all sorts of cars in both scenarios. My castle would probably be the same. It'd be a new castle. I don't know if I'd buy a used one.
oh, dude, I'd definitely buy a used one. I
have a-
want the dungeon to have like when I
'Cause you
move in, I want there to be a skeleton still chained up down there.
Yours-
Like
Yeah, true. that'd
I
be cool.
want some crazy Nordic badass castle. You
That
know?
would be sick.
Oh man, 11th century, 12th century.
Mhm.
Yeah, come on now. It'd be so fucking cool.
My
The history.
my car collection would be pretty much the set of Mad Max Fury Road. I'd have a bunch of that shit just pumping fuel.
Oh lord.
Just metal as fuck.
You could have
my
like a
garages
blood
would be-
dome
Yeah,
out in the distance.
absolute blood
Yeah.
dome. Yeah,
I would come out there for that.
I'd be because it's $1 billion. It's a lot of fucking money. I'm trying.
Yeah,
to figure-
man.
We would definitely. This is cool. We buy used cruise ships and have a cruise ship demolition derby.
That
'Cause I'd buy
sounds
a
like
big
it could
lake.
get very out of hand very quickly, and I'm
Mhm.
all fucking about it.
Yeah,
That would be so cool.
Because I'm trying to I'm thinking about spending the $1 billion in a year, and even with like the real estate in the background doing its thing, I feel like everybody does real estate.
Yeah, but it's a smart play. I mean,
I just feel like everybody does
it's
it. There's a
steady.
hidden-
It's a steady cash flow. I mean, at least down here.
There's a hidden
with all
ghost
the
to it.
rental.
You ever see those stories about the lottery winners? They'll end up buying 5 or 6
Yeah.
houses, and they have to end up like selling them.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on the market crashes after I buy all this real estate, and nobody's renting high value luxury rentals anymore. That's why I went with the blood bank for the first one, the plasma, because it's responsible. Because even in a recession, people are still giving.
Yeah. If
You might
they're
see
getting
it.
paid for it, I mean.
Yeah, you might see an influx, and a lot of times biomedical stuff gets, they need plasma. So
Yeah, it's never gonna not be a necessity.
that's
You know
why
what I mean?
that's the only thing that defines that is, in my mind, being a safer investment.
What's your mantra? Find shit that people don't want to do and do it.
Yep, clean
It's-
up dog shit in a park.
Yeah, it's not hard to make money here.
Yeah, it's not just do shit that nobody wants to do. You don't have to be skilled or confident. You
Yep.
just have to move, and just fucking do it.
Yep. Do what other people don't want to.
Yeah, if you hear yourself in your head saying, "Well, I don't think I can," just get rid of that.
Quit
Meditate, do whatever to get rid of that.
A bitch.
Yeah, just stop being a bitch. Be a man.
If you're scared, go to church.
Yeah. Do what I do. Envision yourself as a god on a throne with a bunch of pleasured women. Tits out and everything.
This is
That's
it.
my dream.
Man.
My castle's going to be sick.
This is like, all I'm envisioning is that episode of South Park where everybody keeps like huffing cat piss and like ending up in that tit
Oh.
world.
Yeah,
And Randy, what is it? No, it's not Randy. It's Kyle's dad, Gerald and
Mhm.
Kenny. They like fight in the blood dome over fucking the
blood,
boob
yeah.
dome.
The
It-
boobarium or something like that. Yeah. The breastuary.
That's what I'm envisioning you
Yeah.
as. Like that's the aura that you're just pushing out right now.
You never get to see your real naked boobs.
No,
You
never.
don't ever get to see your full naked boobs.
And then you end up fighting a child in a park.
Yeah,
in your underwear.
yeah. Because you're both high
Covered
on
in
cat
cat
piss.
piss.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So, we've established we're both probably you're at a 600-700 mil still, right?
With the conservative, with the
Yeah, eccentric one.
With
you're
the eccentric
probably
one, there
4.
is a chance the real estate market will crash all those investments because I'd probably spend $500 million on just buying them properties and doing that kind of shit because it'd be irresponsible.
Do you think you get more heavily involved in crypto than you are right now?
Oh yeah.
That was one thing.
100 million would go to Bitcoin just and don't think about it.
Just
Yep. Caution to the wind. And then I'm definitely buying a castle.
Mhm.
My goal is to fuck 3 women a day different.
Good God.
Mm-hmm. And just keep that cycle going. They all have to be models.
Would you have a medic on standby, like to?
Yeah, I'd have my own little test clinic.
I was gonna say you'd have to at that point.
I would probably test them before they got here.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, would you
In the
have
front of
somebody
my
on
castle.
standby, like out front, to like clear people before they come and have sex with you? Because
I feel like there'd be a constant
You're a
like
golden
rave.
god.
Yeah, there'd be a constant rave going on, hosted by me, kind of like Gatsby style.
Okay, but
But
it
like it's
never
a
ends.
rave, and then there'd be a med tent. It's like, well, if you want to party in the castle,
Is there
with the
just
king,
a perpetual pit of ecstasy and Molly that
there's
they
whatever.
can just dig
'Cause
into and
that's
just
what I'm
keep
doing.
going?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing in Portugal because I don't think there's too many drugs that are illegal
No, they
there.
decriminalized just about everything.
Yeah, so I would have a rave going on in the front, and by the front I mean past the moat.
Yeah, this
Right.
sounds like an epic adventure.
And then, these girls are going to get crazy, and every once in a while I'd hop on stage and just do whatever in between fucking my concubines. And then they would probably just go to the med tent because they'd be camping anyway. Because it'd be an all-week festival or some shit, just constant new DJs rolling in, up-and-comers, whatever. I'm sure there'll be slow times, but
See, and the
whatever.
nice thing is that you can pay for all of these drugs and party favors
Mhm.
and performers with your real estate. And now
I could if it doesn't
now-
crash.
Now you can pay for it with your crypto,
Yeah,
your gains, man.
I
So-
could. And there might even be
Gains.
ticket sales. How cool. Gains? How cool would it be to charge admission to the rave and then,
You could sell like lifetime passes. Like it's
so
Disney
you're making money on
fucking
that,
World.
and I'm fucking. And it's really just a scheme to get the most pussy a human's ever gotten.
You're disgusting.
I want to get. There's
Oh,
no.
God.
I don't know if there's a record for the most pussy ever gotten,
I
but I
don't
want to
know.
break that.
There's I told you about that woman. I think it was in like Sweden
Mhm.
who set like the world record. I have to look it up. It was the world record for the most dudes fucked in a day.
God damn. Because I've only got enough energy for. I don't have a whole lot of energy.
They
I'm
had
in my
a
30s.
competition, and it was 24-hour period. 919 men.
Jeez.
They were given 45 seconds each. That is
All you need. You're right. I
Like-
mean, no. Sorry.
You've got big shoes to fill, sir.
Yeah.
She banged 900 dudes in a day.
That's a woman though. That's
But you've got to step it the fuck up then.
each one.
You
of,
and your disgusting, filthy,
they'd
godless,
be tested.
heathen ways.
They'd be tested. I'd leave them with like an Applebee's gift card or something.
Good God.
There'd be a stack of Applebee's gift cards. $30. Go ahead. And then I'm gonna be crashing.
It's like
Imagine, just
you remind me of like a Thor Quagmire mix.
mhm.
Like there's an episode.
well,
on-
they're gonna be checked for age.
there's an episode on Family Guy where he's got a bowl full of panties, and when they leave, they just throw them in there, and he tells them there's a raffle for like a gift card or something.
Nice.
That's once again what I'm thinking of.
Giggity. Giggity.
You are ridiculous, sir.
I mean, but then imagine having this orgy and you're crashing cruise ships. There's a rave. Cruise ships are crashing into each other.
Man, I would just be out there on the open water in that cruise ship getting after it.
You and me, I think you would be buying used cruise ships too. We'd be crashing them together.
I
We'd try to
mean,
get Bezos
I would-
in there too.
I would do that, like jousting on cruise ships.
Oh, would we build
You
giant?
could build giant jousts on the fucking side of it.
Yeah.
And you just run them at each other and see.
I would have a remote control.
Yeah, you could remote control them.
Yeah.
I mean, you
I'd
got
have my
enough
own
money.
satellites doing their thing.
Yeah. We could have drone wars,
Ah, drone wars.
like fly drones at each other with guns on them, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I mean, we could just get wild with it.
We could hunt humans.
But I'm saying, like, how fucking cool it would be. You got a castle that you
Mhm.
can just retreat to,
yeah.
and you have a cruise ship. You just travel the world, go anywhere you want. We can go to Antarctica and figure out what the fuck
yeah.
is going on down there.
Yeah, because how's the Earth going to be hollow if it's flat? So we got to figure that shit out.
Yeah.
It's not the edge of the world.
Yeah, man. So
Hollow
I'm
Earth.
saying having a cruise ship would be the even bigger advantage than having a private plane. I
Yeah.
feel like you can-
Well, that goes without saying. We'd both have private planes,
I mean, yeah,
in both scenarios.
obviously, but
private jets.
I'm saying if you had a cruise ship or just a vessel of that size,
Mm-hmm.
you can go anywhere in the fucking world you want. There's
Mhm.
no ocean you can't go through.
No.
Like those things are made for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it'd be so fucking cool.
The coolest fucking guns too.
I'd just be a pirate, man, on the open water. I'd arm that whole cruise ship,
and
with
you'd have
sentry
whores all
guns.
over
No,
with scurvy.
no,
You wouldn't have whores.
no. I don't need them.
You're a pirate. You get that booty.
Yeah, that's why you go to Tortuga. Duh, man. Did you not watch Captain Jack Sparrow? Fucking Pirates of the Caribbean? Tortuga, motherfucker. Turtle
Yeah.
Island.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the women, the concubines, to come
See,
to me.
but that's a lot, man.
I'm not gonna set it up. I'm gonna pay people to set it up.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's a lot of fucking.
3 a day.
Man, that'd be-
I heard that once, and I was like, that's a good number. I like my favorite number is 3, so it has to
Well,
be.
it's also my favorite number, but
yeah.
not because of that.
I would wash my dick in between,
I would hope
unless
so.
I'm fucking them all at the same time and they were into that. It wouldn't be like a forceful thing. I'm not a monster.
Well, no. I mean,
That's just my goal.
unless it were on the open water.
Yeah, because I
that's-
don't really do any drugs. So the only thing I really respond positively to is sex.
Hey, man. Different strokes for different folks,
Yeah,
man.
I mean, I would do mushrooms though.
Yeah, mushrooms are pretty cool.
I used to microdose for a while. It made me really organized.
Yeah, I will say, like, I noticed a pretty cool flip in you when you were doing that. Like, it wasn't noticeable that you had taken mushrooms,
Mm-hmm.
but, like, your energy, like, just your overall personality was a lot more bright.
I changed. Yeah,
if that makes sense.
I was going for the whole. I had a belief that from the information I got off of internet sources that microdosing would create new neural pathways
Mm-hmm.
and make you a little bit smarter. And so I took them very small amounts, 0.3.
Did you do capsules?
No, I ground them up in a coffee grinder and I put them in my tea.
Oh, okay, cool.
but it was a very small amount. Just you wouldn't really feel them. You would just you knew you had a good batch if your stomach kind of hurt a little bit. You feel them digesting.
Yeah, I knew people that would they would put them in the little medicine capsules,
Mhm.
and they'd put a little coconut oil in there.
Yeah.
Because same thing with making edibles. You know, coconut oil, it breaks down over time. It's more of like a time release.
Oh, I gotcha.
The way the oil breaks down in your body.
Well, I think even if you took it straight up, it still lasts a good 8 hours.
Oh yeah. Trust me, been there.
Nice.
Yeah, we were all young once.
Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, it made me very organized. I started spreadsheeting, but it was after like 2 months, so it wasn't super noticeable. But I wasn't trying to be more organized, which made me
It
a
just-
believer. It just
yeah.
that was just one of the things, and then everything kind of had to be organized, and it made my life a lot easier during that time.
Hell yeah.
My relationship was going better. Everything was just just
Yeah.
working out because I was able to handle it. The
Yeah.
brain fog was gone.
No, I totally get that. I
Mhm.
mean, that's like that's how marijuana was for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when I, because I'm a very just fire in a million different ways.
You're a wild card
Yeah,
for sure.
man. Golden retriever brain over here, man. I'm always thinking about different stuff.
Yeah.
And so it kind of slows it down a little bit, puts everything a little more in a folder, if you will. You know, I can compartmentalize a lot better. I can slow things down.
Nice.
It's like you were saying. You feel a little more organized. You feel a little more in control,
Mm-hmm.
in the driver's seat, if you will. But yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Nice. What would you do? What wild things would you do with your $1 billion? You said you want to be a pirate.
Oh, dude, I'd get wild with that cruise ship. I'm saying like.
Would you live on the
essentially-
cruise ship, or you still have a castle?
I would still have the castle,
Mhm.
but I'd probably go out for like a good year of adventuring. Just I'd set a point on the map,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd just cruise along at a nice pace. Whatever's in my path, I'm gonna look at it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop off at this island. I'm gonna stop off in this country. If there's somewhere along the way, like let's say I'm cruising along Africa, and I want to stop in and hop through Zimbabwe for a little bit.
Yeah.
We're gonna stop in there, because that's the cool thing about it, man. I could go to all these different countries and just experience different cultures.
Mm-hmm.
It's something I've always been passionate about. Learning about different cultures, learning like language, is huge to me. I only know one language, but it's always been listening to different languages and how other people interact. That's a societal interaction and shit.
Yeah.
That'd be so fucking cool, man. And being a pirate.
You'd be a pirate. I
Hey,
also want a
tits
death
out, let's
satellite.
go.
Yeah. I do want a death satellite. I want to add that little
A
PS.
death satellite, like
Yeah,
Cobra
some-
Commander.
Yeah, just a death, just so I can,
That thing launches those metal rods straight into the ground.
oh man, something
Just-
cool like that, or some
It's
laser
like 10
technology.
times a nuclear bomb. It's crazy.
Yeah, some crazy death satellite.
I get that. I understand where you're coming from with
Mhm.
that. I would want an Iron Man suit.
Oh god damn it, I want that.
You can get one.
Can I
too.
borrow one?
I mean,
I think I'm going to spend too much on the concubines.
if
and
I've
the-
got anything left at the end of this that I can throw towards an Iron Man suit for you, I would lend it to you.
You put on the research and development of that Iron Man suit, and then
I mean, I feel
throw me
like
one.
that's always been my biggest knock against the billionaires we have right now, like Bezos and fucking Elon Musk. Why the
Mhm.
fuck don't either one of you have an Iron Man suit
Speak,
yet?
brother, speak.
Why aren't you Batman or
Why the
Iron Man?
fuck aren't you guys doing this cool fucking
Unless
shit?
you're trying to be Lex Luthor, and otherwise, like that's a cunt move. You could be Iron Man.
I feel
Who the
like
fuck doesn't want to be him after watching the?
we're talking
Endgame?
about $1 billion, and we're struggling to figure out how we're going to spend that money. They have hundreds of billions.
Yeah, and they don't have an Iron Man suit.
Yeah.
Okay, you're trying to go to space,
Yeah.
but instead of taking all that damn technology and putting it into a suit where you
Yeah.
could end all wars, come on now, you could be a superhero. You could go out like Tony Stark.
$11 billion
on.
in taxes, and you can't just use that to buy become
Get rid of
Crusade-
Space
Crusaders.
Force. Get rid of that and give all that funding to Elon so that he can build the suit.
Build a suit.
There you
yeah.
go. There's our Space Force. He can fly up there and fight the fucking aliens on his own.
I like the idea of Space Force,
Like-
but the government's not going to be able to do it.
No, they're not equipped for that.
No, I don't even know. It's just
Goodness.
just like any government program. It's just a way for people to get rich
Yeah, man.
somehow.
If aliens let's be real here. If aliens came here right now
We'd be
with
fucked.
any kind of advanced technology, we're done for.
We're fucked.
We don't have anything that can go. They can come in and out. You know what I mean? If they've got something that can come in and out of our orbit with ease, we're done.
Yeah,
'Cause
manipulate
literally they-
gravity.
They can come down here, blow up entire city. If we start fighting back, they can just retreat back up there,
Mhm.
wait a couple months, fix their shit, come back down here. They could do that. They could outlast us.
Oh, yeah.
Eons.
Would you suck an alien dude's penis?
What?
So they're coming down and they're like, we're going to kill most of the population, but anybody, any male that sucks our alien penises will be spared, and he will get
This took a
he will get
dramatic turn.
maybe 100 concubines, and that's it.
So I'll be spared.
And you'll be taken care of, right?
No.
Because a lot of the population will be like, no, I ain't sucking that alien dick. Because you got to think about it, it's an alien dick.
I'd be terrified. I can't imagine what an alien penis would look like.
What if it was unusually appealing?
I can't imagine a scenario where I drop down to my knees in front of this massive alien and I look his schlong right in the eye and it's not extraterrestrial as fuck. I can't imagine a scenario where it looked anywhere near appealing.
And where it doesn't have some sort of alien ooze coming out of
Yeah,
it.
it's probably got pus and it's probably got gills.
Yeah.
I imagine, and scales.
Probably got 2 holes in it.
Yeah, it's probably got 2 tips. And it wiggles unnecessary. And
It throbs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not.
And it's very large, probably.
I'm taking
Like a
the
tentacle
quick
almost.
coward's way out. I'm taking one in the
They're
head.
going to laser you. Well,
Get it over with.
I'm going to have to put that alien dick in my mouth for sure.
I can't,
Gonna
man.
live. And the funny thing is he's going to laugh afterwards and
could,
kill me
like-
anyway.
If he could just turn it into a normal if he could transform into a normal penis, maybe.
Oh, what if he could mimic your penis and it would be literally a 100% copy of your penis?
Would I be
Suck
being
your own penis.
satisfied? Would I be getting off?
Well, it
in this
depends on
scenario?
how much you like sucking on dick. Like, you might be. You're that type of
Well, I
person.
mean, he's mimicking my dick, so
He's mimicking
am
it,
I
but it's not
feeling-
yours.
I'm
No.
not feeling the sensation.
No. If anything, there's an odd numbness
I
to
don't
your
think
mouth.
I don't think I would. If it was somebody else's,
Your exact penis.
If it was someone else's, I don't know.
If it was somebody else's, it would, but if it was yours, you wouldn't. Okay. Tells me a lot.
I don't want to suck my own dick.
I would suck my own dick.
Nah.
That's going to be a short.
Me and my dick have been through too much together.
Oh, you've seen what it's
We've
been through.
seen war, and
Yeah.
I couldn't do that to him.
Poor little guy.
I've told him, never will you ever, So we've been through war as battle buddies. I can't do that to him.
Your DMBs.
Yeah, man.
That would be weird. But, all right, let's close down this podcast because the cables underneath are falling off because I just duct taped them up.
Hell
And they're going
yeah.
to pull the lights down. So we're going to call it quits for today. We've talked enough. Nobody wants to hear our bullshit anymore.
Yeah.
Go ahead and follow us, like, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. Thank you for tuning in to Lava Slug Podcast. Hopefully you were deeply offended and troubled by what we've said here today.
This latent debauchery.
This blatant debauchery. But thanks for tuning in, and we are heading out, signing out. Don't be like hell. Just 2 brothers.
Yeah.
we're
Go
just 2
fuck
brothers.
yourself, San Diego.
We're just 2 fucking brothers.
Later. Yeah. 2 fucking brothers.
2 brothers.